Hey, Shalom. One thing I want to speak on before this lesson goes in the full effect is that right here is what he's given her is the milk, and that's what we're giving to you Israelites. You know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. We're giving you the milk, which is the knowledge and the wisdom. The Lord has to unlock the understanding, and that's what the main thing is that we're going to give to these women that are going to flock to us for protection, for guidance, security, etc. And it may not be spoken to them, but it shall be shown by actions, deeds, and how we conduct ourselves. So that's one of the main things that you got to take out, you know, amongst others, but that's one of the main things you have to take out of what we're going to be doing and what we've been doing, you know, Salakia first and foremost, what we've been doing, but also what we're going to be doing, you know, in the very near future when all hell breaks loose, man. Because we have the milk. You know, Adawan Ratazah, we are those vessels, those lively stones that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah has chosen to do his bidding, to speak and profess his words, his, you know, to be his spokesman, his mouthpiece, man. Okay, so we're already given the milk, but as you see, and you know, I don't want to rock the Zah, man. You know, if y'all seen this movie, you know, you can go watch this scene yourself, but just look at her face. I ain't gonna just look at her face real quick. When after he puts out the milk right here, look at her face. She realized what the hell is going on. She realized what it's been, and she realized who has the treasure. Okay? And that's one of the main things these women are going to realize in these days to come is that we have the true knowledge, the true wisdom, the true understanding, the true righteousness that that we have been professing upon the earth, man. Okay? So it's not all about going to be about your muscles, your looks, your imprint in your pants, and nothing like that, man. It's going to be about that glow of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah on you and that milk that the Lord has given you. Okay? I don't want to write this lesson is going to be edifying. Shalom.
Don't leave me out here on my lonesome. Give a girl something. It's not right.
She's fine. Why did Pootie pass that up?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Kol Halayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekat, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and other bishops of Great Millstone and Rule Well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Isaiah 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is his treasure. So in these days to come, when all hell breaks loose, when the strongholds, the perdition, the new governance upon the earth, and just complete massacre and all-out lawlessness, etc., the true men that are going to have the mental stability and the mental knowledge and wisdom to be able to retain calmness and fearfulness, and also to be able to succeed, are going to be the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And in those days to come, this is not exactly a clear and cut depiction of how women will be, but this is a portion of how you can take it as an example. Okay, because men are going to be acknowledged, and again, not just any man, a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai first and foremost, and only a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is a predestinated man of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians of the predestinated lot of the house of Dawada that's being established and raised up right now before your eyes, man. So you're going to have women that are going to have this mentality, and worse, way worse, in the very near future, man. Okay? So the only men that are going to have that pure knowledge, pure stability, wisdom, and one of the most important things is the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because he's orchestrating and constructing everything that we see. It's his will, it's his pleasure of all the things that are going to be done upon the earth, man. Okay? Point blank period, man. And let's prove the fact. I'm going to stay in the book of Isaiah, but we're going to close out in the book of Kings, because it's being shown right now that the men that have the true wisdom, the true knowledge, the true understanding of what's going on, and the answers, first and foremost, are the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, but our people are scoffing, mocking at it. But again, in the times of sedition, insurrection, all-out mayhem, chaos, etc., however you want to state it, everybody's going to know who's been declaring and telling the truth, who the Lord's been dealing with, who the Lord's, as it also states, Salakia, as it also states in the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 16, then shall my chosen be known, roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay, I believe from verse 70 or 71 on down. So you shall know who is the chosen and who's been declaring and speaking and professing the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai correctly. All right. So let's go to Isaiah, I believe it's like chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man, okay, and again, not just any man, it's an Israelite man, and not just any Israelite man, but it's an Israelite man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai of the predestinated lot of the house of Dawada that's being established, risen, awoken, reconstructed right before your eyes. Okay? I will make a man more precious. Okay? Because look how she held on to this man on the Pootie Tang. This is how these women, when all hell breaks loose, and when they see that glow upon us, and they see that the Lord is dealing with us, this is a percentage of how they're going to act. And me personally, these hoes ain't gonna be able to touch me like that, man. I'm speaking as a man, but hey, look, man. I know a lot of Jakes got issues with getting women and everything else, man, I don't really have too many issues like that. But this is just a percentage of what's going to go down, man. You know, look, just look. She don't want to let that man go, but look, listen. When all hell breaks loose, it's going to be worse than this. You're going to have to literally put hands on these bras to get them off you, man. You're going to literally have to use force. Okay? Period, man. Okay? So again, Isaiah 13, verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And again, because women are going to gravitate first and foremost towards power, and secondly, women want to have security, protection, and they're going to be able to see that aura upon us that we have a carefree, a worry-free spirit, that we're laughing at death, roughly paraphrasing the scriptures, that we have comfort, we have a hedge, etc. So they're going to see that spirit upon us. So they're going to try to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Salaki. They're going to try to mingle or be amongst us. Okay? Because why? Why is that? Let's let the Bible talk, man. And again, like I said, we see in the book of Isaiah, it's going to be a short lesson, but it's straight to the point. You know, out of one right desire, you get something out of it. This is Isaiah 32, verse 2. And a man, and again, not just any damn man. Okay, just because you got people, you know, prepping and building bunkers, doing all these things, preparing for the insurrection, the sedition, prophecy to be brought forth. Okay, they just prepping for, you know, Adawan Rat Tazah, for the hopeful elect, which we hope and pray to be the elect, to have those things that they prepped for in this judgment to come. Okay, so it's not just any man, it's a man of Israel, and not just any man of Israel, but again, of the predestinated lot. Okay, so Isaiah 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. And what is that? That's the judgment. That's the mayhem. That's the chaos. That's everything out here. No pity, no mercy, no sparing. Okay, that's from all the havoc, the massacre, the bloodshed. A man, and again, a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, predestinated, chosen before the foundation and creation of the earth, man, is going to be a covering for a woman and those that the Lord ordains to be under that man. Okay, because as it also states in the book of Proverbs and other precepts, a man's goings is of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so a man is going to, again, an Israelite man is going to be put back, you know, in the eyes of an Israelite woman and a woman in general, period, man. Women in general, period, and also Israelite women are going to be able to recognize and see who we truly are. This, at that point, they'll be able to, as they say, wake up and smell the coffee, to drink the actual, beneficial, profitable Kool-Aid, man. Okay? As a rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land, because this place is going to be very weary, very feeble, very dangerous. Because the security, the protection, you know, the hedge that you people have right now is going to be non-existent in the very near future, man. You already see what's going on, man. The government is literally, what is it? Salakia. The government is literally giving, God, man, this is Satan, man, on the tip of my tongue. I can't think. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What they just gave to that full immunity, Salakia, full immunity. They already showing you what it is, man. Okay, but again, it's not going to be about no damn looks. It's not going to be about how big your muscles are. If they can see the imprint in your pants or your rod, it ain't going to be about none of that stupid shit. It's going to be about how we conduct ourselves and what the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding that we have, and also the fear of the Lord and our aura, our shine upon us, man. Because again, stated again, I'm going to paraphrase it again. 2nd Esdras 16, then shall my chosen be known, man. And again, how was that going to be known? Let's close out it right here, man. Let's go to the book of 1 Kings chapter 10. This is self-explanatory, but if I got to, I'll stop here and there just to, just explain it. 1 Kings chapter 10, starting off at verse 1. And when the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, she came to prove him with hard questions. So look, man, we have the answers to those questions. And again, everything is being advertised and made known through the unicorn, which is the internet. So everybody's seeing the prophets, whether it be the false prophets and the true prophets' faces. And in those days, again, when all hell breaks loose, when you have no security, you have no backup, you can't dial 911, etc., you're going to be able to remember seeing these men on whatever social media platform you saw them, and the Lord's gonna make something click in you to know they have the answers. These are the men that I mocked and scoffed at, and when you see those men, you're gonna see a different type of spirit that's on these men that's not on everybody else. Because everybody else is going to be weary, okay? Faithless, reckless, ruthless, amongst all those things. But the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai are going to have comfort, okay? Verse 2. And she came to Jerusalem, okay? So the women are going to come to the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with very great train, with camels that bear spices and very much gold. Now, this is obviously the stuff that she gave to Solomon, but I'm just going to continue to read. I don't want to, skip over no precepts. I'm just going to continue to read on. And very much gold and precious stones. And you know what, Salakia? This can also resonate with, what is that, Salakia? What is that? Isaiah 4:1. We come to you with this. We will make our own clothes. We will do this. We will do that. This can also resonate with that. And very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, and she communed with him of all that was in her heart. So these women are gonna come to us and ask us questions. Because again, you true brothers know what it is, man. But you brothers that just thinking it's all about popping a whole bunch of broads and having 15 wives, 25 wives. It's not just about no damn pussy, man. You for real, man. Seriously, man. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be cruel. If you have that in your heart, which is your mind, get that shit out, man. Because it's not all about that, man. Okay? Look at the bigger picture, man. Okay, and also too, furthermore, stop looking at women as just a goddamn sexual object, man. And if you ain't getting them, that's probably one of the main reasons why you ain't getting them. Okay? You want to look at the woman as a concubine, look at the heathen as a concubine, man. Okay? And even a concubine has a service too to apply. Okay, but verse 3. 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 3. And Solomon told her all her questions, that was not anything hid from the king, which he told her not. So we're going to have the answers to all their questions, all their concerns. Okay? Verse 4. And when the queen of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom and the house that he had built, okay, because they're going to, these women, these people that are going to come to us, they're going to see all our wisdom. And they're going to see that the house that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is building amongst his men, which is that third temple, which is the house of the water being established and risen up. Okay? Verse 5. and the meat of his table, and that meat is just word, and the sitting of his servants, which is all the men, 144,000, the 1/3, you know, and the abundance of his ministers, again, the 1/3, and their apparel, and his cupbearers, and his Salakia, and his accent by which he went up onto the house of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. There was no more spirit in her. And she said to the king, it was a true report that I heard in my own land. So again, this refers back to what I said prior. Everybody that's in their land, wherever they be at, wherever city they watch these videos and they come across the Hebrew Israelites, you know, they heard the report. They didn't believe it, but you know, when these days to come, the Lord is going to preserve some of those women, some of those people that's going to come across us, man. Especially the women. That's, you know, that you know, because as Yahweh Shai said, the harlots shall enter into the kingdom before you. So it's going to be a lot of harlots, a lot of sluts, a lot of whores, however you see it, that are going to be saved, man. You know, in the 11th hour, man. Okay, men too. All right. And she said to the king, it was a true report that I heard in mine own land of thy acts and of thy wisdom. See, the main thing is the wisdom, the knowledge, the wisdom, and also because the Lord has given us understanding. Verse 7. Howbeit I believe not the words, because see, that's one of the main things too. They don't believe the words right now. But when all hell is breaking loose, they see the men of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua care and very free, a different spirit, a different glow, a different aura, etc. They're going to realize that the truth has been here for so long and that they're going to repent. Okay? Howbeit I believed not the words until I came, and mine eyes had seen it. And behold, the half was not told me, thy wisdom and prosperity exceeding the fame which I heard. Okay? Because again, this is a prime example, man. When they, as you see on this movie Pootie Tang right here, man, when they come across those men that you know, they didn't believe, they didn't you know, see as having the truth, man. Look, man, these women are gonna act like this, man. And again, this is just 1% of how these women are gonna act, man. They're not gonna know how to control their damn selves. Okay. And as you see, you know, Salakia, as he got to this point, man, it's, you know, we're going to have the power to do this, man. But it's going to be in righteousness, man. It's going to be in righteousness. We're going to have the power to do this, you know, when all hell breaks loose and in the kingdom. Shh, be quiet. Boom. And, you know, I ain't feeling the rest of it, but she basically got down on her knees and started drinking that milk. She got down on her knees and started drinking that milk, man. But hey, man, you know, I don't want to write this out, man. I hope and I pray this is edifying and uplifting and informative to the true sincere Akio and Akwav. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.